Joining us now live from Copenhagen, the foreign editor of Jyllands-Posten, a Danish daily newspaper, Flemming Rose. The paper is known for in part publishing 12 cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad in 2005. Mr. Rose is also the author of the book, The Tyranny of Silence. Really good to have you on. Thank you very much. I'm sorry about the circumstances. Let me just go there. Given the topic of your book, there are clearly, in our society here, there are words we don't say because we know of the emotions that they stir and the dangers that they cause. Should there not be cartoons that we don't draw?
No, I don't think so. I mean, a cartoon is a very civilized and peaceful way to react to intimidation and violence. I cannot think of any more, peaceful and civilized way to counter violence and intimidation. And if you go back and look at the cartoons we published in 2005, they are in fact quite innocuous and innocent. One of the reasons why they have had this kind of effect is because so few newspapers decided to republish them, and thereby they send a message that these cartoons are so awful and they are so bad and offensive that nobody can look at them. And I was asked that back in 2005, and when people finally had a look at them, they said, "Oh, is it just that?"
Except innocuous and innocent certainly could be words that you use to describe them, except you know that others don't feel that way. So how do you make that decision and have such a one-sided view? And what are the concerns that go through your mind before you publish a cartoon that you know is not innocuous and not innocent to those that are being insulted by them?
Exactly, and that's that's one of the reasons why I decided to write a book and reflect upon this, because I was very surprised. And I think it's very important that we in a liberal democracy re-establish a clear distinction between words and deeds, between images and actions, and that we understand that the price for living in a democracy and enjoying all the benefits of democracy is that there are other people who from time to time may publish or say things that we find offensive. But in a democracy you have many rights. You have the right to freedom of expression, to freedom of religion, to freedom of assembly. You have the right to vote for different parties, freedom of movement. But the only right you should not have in a democracy is a right not to be offended. And we have to grow thicker skins in a world where we are getting more and more diverse in terms of what we find offensive and what we find innocuous.